There is a quiet power in doing your best. Not for applause. Not for validation. Not for a guaranteed result. But simply because it is the most honest way to live. Most people tie their intentions to outcomes. If I do this, I must get that. If I try hard enough, life owes me a reward. But the universe doesn't work like a vending machine. It works like a mirror. It reflects not your desperation, but your vibration. When you act from need, from fear, from pressure, your energy collapses. You shrink. You chase. You grasp. And the very thing you want moves further away. But when you act from presence, when you give your best simply because it is who you are, you rise into a different frequency. A frequency where opportunities find you. Think about it. You want a job. You apply everywhere. You refresh your inbox every hour. You feel the tension in your chest, the fear in your stomach. You're not searching. You're begging. You're not offering your gifts. You're pleading for rescue. And the universe feels that. Not as punishment, but as a signal. This person is acting from lack. And lack cannot attract abundance. So what if you stopped looking in the state of need? What if you stopped tying your worth to the outcome? What if you shifted your entire focus to one simple question? How can I serve the universe in this moment? Not tomorrow. Not next month. Not when the perfect opportunity arrives. But now. In this breath. In this hour. In this tiny ordinary moment that life has placed in front of you. You don't need a grand plan. You don't need a 5-year strategy. You don't need to know how everything will unfold. You only need to do the next thing, with excellence, with presence, with sincerity. Wash the dishes with care. Send that email with clarity. Help someone without expecting anything back. Show up to your current job, or your job search, with dignity, not desperation. Every small act done with high vibration becomes a signal, a beacon, a frequency that says, I am ready for more. And the universe always responds to readiness. When you give your best, not to get something, but to be something, you rise. Your energy becomes cleaner. Your mind becomes clearer. Your heart becomes lighter. And suddenly, the opportunities that once ignored you begin to notice you. The doors that were closed begin to open. The people who overlooked you begin to see you. Not because you chased them, but because you match the frequency of the reality you desire. The reward is never the job, the relationship, the money, the recognition. Those are just reflections. The real reward is who you become when you stop living for outcomes and start living for alignment. When you stop asking, what will I get? And start asking, how can I serve? That is when life begins to move in your favor. Not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped resisting the flow. So today, do your best. Not because it guarantees success, but because it guarantees integrity. Because it elevates your vibration. Because it aligns you with a higher destiny. Release the outcome. Serve the moment. Offer your presence as your gift to the universe. And watch how the universe, quietly, effortlessly, begins to offer its gifts back to you.